I'm Howard Phillips Lovecraft, and today's question comes from Mr. Laniger, who writes, Dear Lovecraft. It's a bit brusque. I am currently in the process of writing a horror-themed murder mystery dinner theatre show that makes heavy references to your work. I'm going to need a lot more information about this show when you have the time. Among these references is the Necronomicon, which is actually a major part of the plot. Since it is a prop, I've been considering buying a blank leather-bound journal and essentially writing my own version of the dreaded text. Any advice or suggestions what to put in it? Mind you, the audience will likely have a chance to skim through it with the plot-relevant parts bookmarked. Well, Mr. Laniger, you have set yourself quite the task. Of all my creations, I don't think any has captured the imagination quite like the Necronomicon. It's gone on to have a life of its own in other stories, in games, in films, and indeed, I would caution you in trying to create an actual physical version of it. There have been many attempts, of course. There's the infamous version that is sold in many bookstores, which I completely disavow, and then there are the variations we do see in films or in art. The one from Evil Dead is particularly striking. But the best ones always ever just give you a taste or a glimpse, and that is because there is power in the Necronomicon. Not magical power or anything to worry about as far as summoning unspeakable horrors, but when I wrote about it, I only wanted to hint at its blasphemous incantations or mind-melting truths, because its real power is in its vagueness. By simply giving it a name, a brief history, and putting it out there, I allowed readers to fill in the gaps and allow their own brains to summon up the dreaded horrors to fill this text. If you hand someone a copy of it, well, they'll just see what you've put down. Whatever they've come up with will be completely dispelled, and while I'm sure you can do quite a good work scaring someone, it's always easier to get people to scare themselves. So, while I would give you this caution, nevertheless, if you must make this book, what I suggest you do is simply fill it with the complete works of Beatrix Potter. Leave your audience wondering why, and if nothing else, it'll make them think twice the next time they read about Jemima Puddleduck. As always, I'm Howard Phillips Lovecraft. Thank you.